Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Kendall and this is Socc-Her Saturday. I'm saying that like you've seen me before, but you obviously haven't. Those on Twitter and Instagram will probably have seen me around, definitely when Newcastle United's involved, and just any football really. I know it's not Saturday when this goes up, but it was Saturday when I filmed it, so just let that slide a little bit please. Can we talk about that win on Thursday? Like, what a way to win. I think it's leading us very, very good into the weekend and the next one of games. We've obviously got Southampton at home on Sunday, and then we've got Burnley and Palace. I think Palace is probably the most difficult game out of them this run of games now. I think we've got a lot of quality in their side, and I'd be really excited to see how we handle that one. And that's not to doubt Sean Dyche at all, because, you know, Brexit. But yeah, I think we can grab a few points from the next couple of games, but I've defo jinxed myself saying that. So, man of the match. Firstly, let me just mention Martin Dubravka. What a fucking guy. Honestly, some of the saves he pulled off on Thursday, I genuinely don't know how he got his hands to them. But then again, I am 5'2", I'm not a goalkeeper. But I genuinely think that he is one of our strongest additions to the side. And what a bargain, by the way. I know I see a lot of people on Twitter saying that he lets us down sometimes and he makes some mistakes, but he definitely saves our game more than he lets us down. And I think he's an absolutely fantastic goalkeeper. And as well, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but he's quite like a leader on the team. He shouts instructions from the goal line. He tells people where they should be. He tells someone if they need to be marking someone. And I think the leadership qualities that he's got just absolutely adds to the game massively. And I think we'd be in a very different position without him. Second mention obviously goes to Jo. It's really nice to see him coming to his own in the squad at the moment, with the Longstaffs out and him being a regular addition. We all knew that he could bounce a ball forward with absolute accuracy, but his gameplay has completely changed under Bruce, and since he's been a regular starter, I think he's bounced about, he's got some tackles in, he's held the ball really well, and obviously scored amazing free kicks. So it's really nice to see this side of Jo showing his skills, because it's no secret that he wasn't happy with the regime under Rafa, and he was sort of head down, unbothered, looked lazy, and I know he got slated a lot for his work rate and his ethic at that point. But it's really nice to see him in the flow of the game. He completely makes a difference, which we knew anyway, because we don't have that many players who can bounce a ball forward, apart from Willems now. But by the way, Rafa, miss you, love you. He scored in back-to-back Premier League games for the first time in his career as well, so Gareth, are you watching? Special mention obviously to Saint-Maximin.
My darling, you with a headband, you are different gravy.
Who got his first goal. I'm absolutely buzzing for him. I think he really deserves it. His skill set is amazing. He's just one of the best dribblers I've ever seen, and I think a few weeks ago he was actually top dribbler in Europe. So happy that he got his first goal. That little Maradona flick that he did, actually cried. And as well, he's not even becoming a fan favourite on the pitch, he's becoming a fan favourite off the pitch, just with his interaction with the fans on Twitter, and also the contributions he's making to the NUFC community. I know he's visited the food bank a few times, and I just think that's really great to see a player in a positive light like that for once. And I think he's going to cement his place in the fan favourites for a long, long time. I also want to mention Mankio. I think he has been fantastic for us lately. I know that since he joined us that he's been slated by a few of the fans, me included, but I think he's a great option at right back for us. I know Yedlin offers the pace, but I think Mankio's defensive aspect is far better than Yedlin's, and I think he's been a really, really strong addition to the squad at the moment as well. I want to special mention Fernandez as well. There's no secret that the defence is the strongest element to our team. We've got the handsome bastard Shah to come back off our bench. We've got Lejeune, he's fit as well. Lascelles is to come back from injury. But I think Fernandez is definitely one of our most underrated defenders. I know a lot of our fans would probably prefer Cher, for example, in the squad, but there's no denying that him and Kieran Clark have worked amazingly together lately, and it's nice to be able to rely on them for once. Plus, the goals are coming from them as well. Joe Linton, are you listening? Because they're not coming from you. So it's nice to see that we actually have defenders that can score goals. Almiron as well. This might be a really unpopular opinion. I'm not even saying it is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I actually don't mind that he hasn't got a goal for us yet. There are elements to his gameplay I absolutely adore, and I don't think you can deny that he runs the length and breadth of the pitch every game. He works so hard. He pulls off some fantastic challenges as well, and I just think that there's elements to him that I can really appreciate without him having to have a goal. Obviously, it would be really nice for him to get a goal, and I would be so happy if he did, because obviously now Maxi's got his, so I would love to see him score, and I know he'd be really chuffed, but at the moment, I think the things that he is giving us and the things that he's bringing to the squad far outweigh the goals that he's not scoring. It has to be said, I'm no advocate of Bruce. I never will be. I think that the way he left Sheffield Wednesday was nothing short of a disgrace, and let's not deny the fact that he used to be Sunderland's manager. But at the end of the day, these players have worked on these tactics, these defensive tactics, for 3 years under Rafa. I understood the gameplay under Rafa, and credit where credit's due. Bruce has built on that. It's working for him. He's been sensible. I'm never ever gonna be his biggest fan. Like, that's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, he's not a problem. We all know who that is. I want to touch on the VAR decision as well, the controversial VAR decision. That was absolutely not controversial whatsoever, because it was a legitimate goal. Jo Shelvey read the game better than the officials, better than the Sheffield United players, better than the fans in the stadium. The flag was raised, but the referee ultimately has authority over the linesman. He had said prior to kick-off to play at the whistle, which is exactly what Jo Shelvey did, because there was no whistle. The flag was raised, he had the right to go and score, and he did. If it wasn't for VAR, we would have been robbed of a legitimate goal. So at the end of the day, I don't think it was the wrong decision. I know there was a lot of Sheffield United fans crying on TalkSport.
The linesman's been put his flag up, referees don't whistle, offside, free kick.
But it wasn't offside, Jake.
Jake, was the right decision given?
No.
Was the right decision made?
No.
Okay, so Andy Carroll was onside when he flicked the ball. So why was the goal? Why do you think the goal shouldn't have been given?
If you watch the full 90 minutes.
No, I don't need to, Jake. I don't need to. Andy, hold on. I don't need to.
But there's really nothing to cry about. I think it works both ways, in my opinion. Sheffield United had practically given up when the flag was raised. Enda Stevens had his back turned to the whole game. So that was actually their fault, in all fairness. I think VAR works in both ways. It just completely and utterly depends whether you are on the good or the bad receiving end. Most teams have probably been on both, apart from Liverpool, because they get everything, because everyone wants to win the league. Don't hate me. I just think your feelings post-match completely depend on whether you were on the good end or the bad end. Unfortunately for us, we were on the good end this time. I think Chris Wilder made some really good points in the post-match interview. He said that the game has completely changed since VAR was introduced, and I do agree. I think it's ruined the flow of the game. I've made no mistake in the past about how I feel, especially on Twitter, about VAR. I just have total negative feelings towards it. But like I say, if it wasn't for VAR, we would have been robbed of a goal tonight. So it definitely depends on which receiving end you're on, how you feel about it. I just hope that the officials introduce more consistency into the decisions, because I think that's where it's going wrong. And they just really need to use their common sense. And maybe, who knows, it might be a good addition to the game. But let me know your thoughts down below on VAR and what you think it brings to the game or what it doesn't bring. I saw a lot of comments on Thursday and Friday that Sheffield United outplayed us, which I actually don't think is true. According to the stats, we both had one big chance. The difference is we scored ours and then some. There's absolutely no denying that Sheffield United have done amazing things since promotion. I think Chris Wilder's done an amazing job. But the fact that people were saying that we were outplayed was just, I don't think that was true at all. A win's a win, regardless. However, I do think that Sheffield are a strong team. I really do think that they've done brilliantly since promotion. And I do think that Lundstrom should be getting a call up to the England squad. It would be nice to see that Gareth Southgate was actually calling up people who were in form rather than who they played for. So, going into the weekend, hopefully Maxi is fit, because obviously I know he had a bit of a knock on Thursday. I would like to see Carol start as well, or even Gail, to be honest. Obviously when this was filmed I haven't seen the team sheet for Sunday, so I could be completely wrong, but don't fight me, I don't think Joelinton is the answer. Yeah, you need time to adapt to a new game, a new country, and the gameplay is totally different in the Premier League than it is elsewhere. But I haven't seen one 40 million element to his gameplay yet. I don't know if anyone agrees. I think that at the end of the day, if you're 6'3", and not winning a header, and sorry, I jumped because someone posted something through my letterbox. If you're 6'3" and not winning a header, and meanwhile Saint-Maximin is jumping the height of Miggy to celebrate a goal, then you've really got to be looking. Obviously time can only tell. I really do hope he comes into his own, because we need a goal scorer, and he needs to fill big boots in that number 9 shirt. Also, I would like to see Shea, Clark and Fernandez as a back three with Manquillo and Willems either side. Some might argue that Lejeune is a strong contender to be in the squad, but at the moment, based on form, I don't think it's fair to drop Clark or Fernandez, plus goals are coming from there as well. I don't think Dummett has been overly great the past few games. He hasn't been shit, but he hasn't been fantastic, so to drop anyone, I think it should be him. And also Willems, just what a guy. I think it's a great signing for us, and I really hope that we actually put pen to paper and sign him permanently, because he has been really, really good for us, and I don't think anybody else could deny that. Finally, a shout out to Kitlord FC on Instagram. I will post the tag somewhere on the page. It is a retro shirt page. He can get you any retro or current shirts with any name and number on the back for amazing prices. Please go and check the page out, and DM him any questions, and make sure you mention my name. I got this amazing retro Newcastle shirt with Shearer on the back. It is amazing quality, fast delivery and amazing service, so please go and check them out on Instagram. Secondly, I would like to mention Tune for Change. They are a fan-led protest group opposing the Mike Ashley regime. I will also post their tag on the page somewhere to check them out on Instagram and Twitter and any other socials. They also have a website that you can sign up for free to become a member, and you can have your say in opposing those at the helm at the club at the moment and give the club back to the fans, which is where it belongs. Also guys, a quick mention to the eyelashes I'm wearing in this video. They are #1 top lashes on Instagram. I will, again, like I've said before, put their tag somewhere on the page. These are in the style Orlando. They're amazing lashes, really great price, and also first class, brilliant delivery. Please go check them out as well. Hopefully I upload this video on a 3-point win. I don't know how it's going to go, but fingers crossed. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I will see you probably on Sunday evening, depending on the result. So that is all for now. Thanks again guys for watching. Ashley out, how are the lads?